the Reverend Rachael Hayes, minister of the Unitarian Universalist Society of Amherst. I use she, her pronouns. Welcome to you. Old friends and new, young and old, in the Zoom and in the sanctuary, you are an essential part of our celebration today. Whether today is your first or your 1000th Sunday in our midst, we are stronger because you are with us. We are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We are all growing, all learning, all loved. Just as you are welcome here. Today, we are building an altar to hold our grief, our gratitude, and our growth. And we've had a month off, and we have half the tech crew and less volunteer formal support than we do during the normal program year. So we are rolling along with all of the unexpected little bumps that we will experience today. And I might invite you to jump in ways you didn't expect. Pete and Sophie already got drafted to be in the choir that they didn't know they were showing up for. It's that kind of day, and we're gonna be happy about it. It's gonna be really fun. You may also notice that I don't have a mask on today. Our Board of Trustees amended our COVID policy to make masks optional when cases are low, and you can find more information about that on our website. Those who choose to wear masks are welcome to sit anywhere in the sanctuary, but we ask that unmasked attendees reserve that balcony area for those who are wearing masks only. And we'll put up a sign about that for next week. I call us to worship with these words from the Reverend Angela Herrera. She is the senior minister of the First Unitarian Church of Albuquerque. Don't leave your broken heart at the door. Bring it to the altar of life. Don't leave your anger behind. It has high standards, and the world needs vision. Bring them with you, and your joy and your passion. Bring your loving and your courage and your conviction. Bring your need for healing and your power to heal. There is work to do, and you have all that you need to do it right here in this room. I invite you to say the chalice lighting words with me that are on your order of service. We light this flame to invite a world of peace, where we heal the wounds, where we share what we have with one another, where justice is another word for relationship, and we listen for what love has to say. There we go. As I mentioned, these August services are a little different from services during the program year. So many people pull together to make our services happen week after week. And to continue the summer break, we're making the services happen with as small of a crew as we can. Our tech is simplified so that one person can run it instead of two. And all of us are called into service as greeters, while the Ministry of Welcome and Membership are still on break. So I invite you to greet the person next to you and someone you don't yet know. And to those of you on Zoom, use the chat to say hi to the others on the Zoom. Yeah. Good morning, Pete. We come with praise and thanks for all that is our life. In my first week back from summer vacation, I am very aware of how full all of our lives are. Full of things to do, full of memories, full of meaning, full of pain, full of love, full of wonder, full of hope. We come together today to build an altar to all of it. I'm going to call you forward to the altar 3 times, once for the grief you hold, once for the gratitude you bring, and once for the growth you experience in your life. And perhaps you brought items with you to signify this grief, gratitude, and growth. You're also welcome to write your grief, gratitude, and growth on cards, or to simply place a stone on the altar. Participants on Zoom may choose to place objects by your screen or to type into the chat. First, we honor our grief, the grief that lives with us and shapes our days, the grief of a loved one who has died or become inaccessible, the grief of loss, the grief of not being loved in the way you needed, grief for our groaning world, for our fragile planet, and for our human experience of it, grief for things that did not happen or didn't happen the way we expected, grief that comes to us through our ancestors. What is grief if not our souls telling us that this life matters, that love will not be forgotten, that we need one another more than we have words to speak? I invite you forward to place objects, words, and stones of your grief on our altar. Next, we turn toward our gratitude, our capacity to recognize the goodness in our lives, large and small, simple and complicated. Gratitude for the love in our lives, the community we have found, support that carried us through hard times. Gratitude for the bounty of the earth and the produce of the garden, for a perfect summer day, or even gratitude for the faith that the worst can't last forever. Whatever your gratitude, you are invited to come forward and place the objects, words, and stones of your gratitude on our altar. Last, we honor the growth we have experienced. Children growing, spiritual journeys, sobriety, fears faced, hard things tried, wisdom gained, moving beyond comfort zones. We are all learning and growing, and we are loved on this lifelong journey of becoming ourselves, not as a finished product, but as a human ever becoming. Take a moment to acknowledge growth in your life by placing objects, words, and stones on our altar. This is an altar of our lives, shared in community. Grief, gratitude, and growth. We come with praise and thanks for all that is our lives. Blessed be.
First, let me say, my name is Jason Threlfall, and I am always grateful for the opportunity to come and express my thoughts and feelings through song for whatever the topic of the service is for this day. And this is a new song that I wrote for this service. It has a chorus that leaps in quite quickly after each verse, but it is listed on the second page of your order of service, and I'll just go through it once so that you have a sense of it. Perhaps by the last time it comes around in the song, you'll be able to join me. Let there be light that shines on me. Let it comfort my sorrow tenderly. Let it keep my spirit strong and free to celebrate your memory and the gift of you to me. In this weary moment, my heart cannot see through the darkness of my pain and my grief, wanting just to hold you, to dance endlessly, wishing I could have you back again. Let there be light that shines on me. Let it comfort my sorrow tenderly. Let it keep my spirit strong and free to celebrate your memory and the gift of you to me. As you look down from the heavens through the clouds and the trees, I know that you are smiling for the journey spent with me. May my beating heart always shine a grateful smile while wishing you were still here for a longer while. Let there be light that shines on me. Let it comfort my sorrow tenderly. Let it keep my spirit strong and free to celebrate your memory and the gift of you to me. In the morning I can hear you whispering in the breeze, reminding me to seek out all the wonder of each day here without you. Here we go. Let there be light that shines on me. Let it comfort my sorrow tenderly. Let it keep my spirit strong and free to celebrate your memory and the gift of you to me. To celebrate your memory and the gift of you to me.
Our reading this morning comes from Wendell Berry's Sabbath Poems. By expenditure of hope, intelligence, and work, you think you have it fixed. It is unfixed by rule. Within the darkness, all is being changed, and you also will be changed. Now I recall to mind a costly year. Jane Kenyon, Bill Lippert, Philip Sherrard, all in the same spring dead. So much companionship gone as the river goes. And my good workhorse Nick, dead, who called out to me in his conclusive pain to ask my help. I had no help to give. And flood covered the cropland twice. By summer's end, there are no more perfect leaves. But won't you be ashamed to count the passing year at its mere cost, your debt inevitably paid? For every year is costly, as you know well. Nothing is given that is not taken, and nothing taken that was not first a gift. The gift is balanced by its total loss, and yet the light breaks in, heaven seizing its moments that are at once its own and yours. The day ends and is unending, where the summer tanager, warbler, and vireo sing as they move among illuminated leaves. Just as all of our grief, gratitude, and growth lies side by side on one altar, we know that our joys and sorrows share space in our lives and come together. At this time, you're welcome to come forward and light a candle for your joy or sorrow. If you like, you can speak your joy or sorrow into the microphone. And this is one change from before. Those attending on Zoom are welcome to enter your joy or sorrow in the chat, and I'll light a candle here for you, but we don't have all of our tech crew to have spoken joys and sorrows from Zoom during August. But we'll light candles for everything in the Zoom chat and those unspoken in our hearts as well. Spirit of life, connection, love, and grace. We share these overflowing joys and sorrows of our life. At Lunasa, at Lammas, we are grateful for the harvest of the season, the things planted and tended that have now come into full growth, and grateful for those who plant, tend, and harvest. We hold in our hearts farmers who have suffered freeze and flood in this growing season. We remember the farmers of Ukraine who grow so much food for the Eastern Hemisphere, and we remember so many countries who depend upon Ukrainian grain. At this time, when we look for the abundance of earth, we remember all who experience hunger in our community and around the world. May we sow love and care into the world that may in time come into full fruit and harvest, that all people shall thrive in abundance. Blessed be. Amen.
This is a song that was inspired by Mary Oliver, and you'll notice there's a little of her in the song. Dreams take flight above the clouds that blind me from the tapestry of life's quiet gifts. With wind behind my back, an open heartbeat to guide the way. Let me feel waves of wonder move my wings. Fly so free into this wild and precious life, above the noise and the rushing, the losses and the longing. Fly so free and may my heart always reach for the beauty and wonder of the summer day. In this flight, my spirit finds its grounding, beholding simple treasures my eyes begin to see, and with sorrow by my side for the impermanence in this life, I will keep a candle burning to illuminate my way. Here's the chorus. Fly so free into this wild and precious life, above the noise and the rushing, the losses and the longing. Fly so free and may my heart always reach for the beauty and wonder of the summer day. Senses come alive with a thirst and hunger to know this world around me so much deeper than I do, to feel the gentle touch of a stranger's warm hello, and the beauty in each moment of letting in and letting go. One more time. Fly so free into this wild and precious life, above the noise and the rushing, the losses and the longing. Fly so free and may my heart always reach for the beauty and wonder of the summer day.
I invite you to join me in saying the words to extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. I invite you to rise in body and spirit as our time draws to a close. Place your hands over your heart or reach out to somebody near you as we sing our closing song, which is printed on our order of service. May the moments you harvest, the memories you store, the relationships you tend be a source of strength to you as we face the future together. Go in peace and please eat a cookie.